So I have quite an amazing story to share, and it's a story that captures huge possibility for us in our lives. So my mom was a little girl growing up in pre-Hitler Austria. She was like 6 years old. Her older brother, whose name was Richie, who was Bubala, the wonderful, wonderful dad in Three Identical Strangers, his love and his goodness kind of continued, and it's a story about how his goodness changed the world in a certain way. So her brother was just really sweet. He was a sweet kid and he smiled at people. So my mom and her brother, my uncle, would walk to school and Richie would smile at people. And he smiled at these two girls that lived in a very nearby building. And they smiled back. And it became a ritual that my mom and my uncle would smile and they would wave once they came down with chocolates. And it was just a very sweet thing. When Hitler invaded Austria, at one point, the Nazi soldiers came into the buildings in that area of Vienna to take the fathers away. And they battered down the door of that family home and they took my grandfather. These girls saw this happening in the building, and one of them was girlfriends with a guy who was a Nazi soldier. And she found him and she said, "You gotta rescue this dad, Jacob Kellman. He's the dad of those kids that I told you about." And the guy was like, "I can't do that." And she said, "You go out and do this." And he did. He went through the streets and he called for Jacob Kellman. And he finally found him and he marched him around and then found a safe place. And in the morning brought him back to the home. And very shortly thereafter, they were able to flee, and actually the last boat out of Germany to Panama. So Richie's smile, his sweet smile, saved my entire family's life. I wouldn't be here today if Richie didn't smile at these girls. And this is a really rich story in my intensives and in the work that I do with people as they learn to recognize their core gifts. Richie's core gift was this goodness, this sweetness. Recognize their core gifts and learn to lead with them in the world. Magic happens when we do that. It's our own unique magic, and we create shifts in the tapestry of our future and the future of the people around us. It's a magical thing, and it's a power that we have access to by choosing to connect to our beauty and share it with the world, with, of course, discrimination. So I wanted to share this amazing story with you about my Uncle Richie's smile and how it saved the lives of my family. Think about your smile, your core gifts, and leading with those with that kind of magic and the shifts in the tapestry of your future and just the future that could create. Thank you for listening.